Think you'll ever go back to Navarra, Seeker?
Why? Are you eager to see me go?
I wasn't, actually. But now that you mention it...
How do you know I wouldn't just drag you along?
Be still, my heart. I've grown on you.
Like fungus.
Oh gosh, that's rich. You guys are cute. Should probably get a room. Yeah, hi, we're back with more Dragon Age Inquisition. Good to be back. I was just running back to my starting position with a new party because I wanted to switch out my party a little bit. I kind of want, like, I don't really want Vivienne in my party for this, for various reasons. I'm just going to be the only mage in my party for this little section. But I do want Iron Bowl in my party, and I like Cassandra and Varric. I think this is a good party for just running around Redcliffe Village. It's fine. So we're heading in that direction now. And of course looting, because looting is good. Almost
Redcliffe
there.
Village.
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Okay, there's a Fade Rift up here, huh? Well, hang on. I'm just stopping to loot everything on my way. But yes, there's a Fade Rift up here. That's fine. I've done a bazillion of these things already. We'll deal with it. It's fine. I'm gonna pop a barrier. That's it, Cass. Taunt the shit out of those shades. I don't know what is going on with this, though. Look at this. That slows me down. Why? Who knows? And some of these other rings are doing... So, these are weird ring things that are doing weird shit, and I don't like it. Let's try to dispel that. We'll try to dispel two at once. See if that works. Maybe not. Oh gosh. I'm leaving. Bye. Cassandra, come over here. Whoop. Yeah, do a war cry, please. Oh, crap. Please get away from me. Ouch. No. Sandra, are you really that unconcerned about Varric that you're just gonna... Come on now. Ooh, that was tricky. Also, weird time ring things, which is also not pleasant. What is happening with that? Let's close this rift and see what's going on.
What was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
Yeah, we'll have to look into this.
We need to find out what caused whatever this is.
Indeed.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Right. I don't really need that. I was just checking to see if there's loot. Let's go.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
Wait, what?
No one. Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona.
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Okay.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly.
Magister?
You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
What the fudge is going on here? There's a Magister in town now?
Is it just me, or is something weird going on here?
No, it's not just
We
you,
should
Varric.
talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Indeed, I think we should, Cassandra. I think we probably should. Yeah, this is weird. Not that, like, in the grand scheme of things, I guess. Not that it's, like, the weirdest thing that's happened lately, but it's still pretty weird. I'm gonna head up this hill first, because I believe there's a landmark up here. Yes, indeed.
Look at that old thing. I'm surprised it's still standing.
Yeah. It looked a little better 10 years ago, I think. Redcliffe Windmill. These ruins mark the spot where a windmill once overlooked Redcliffe Village. It was destroyed in the last days of the Blight when Darkspawn attacked the area and was never repaired. That's too bad. And yeah, I think there's a chest. Shiny. Alright, let's go back down into town. So yeah,
Most of the apostates are dead or hiding. We should be getting more refugees soon.
Do you think we should let them into the village? I'm not sure there's enough food.
well, we'll probably figure something out. I still need more elf fruit.
Maybe the rumors about the apostates attacking people were just rumors after all.
Either way, we're safe. That's all that matters right now.
We'll try to keep you safe. So yeah, it's been 10 years. Redcliffe definitely looks different in Inquisition than it did in Origins. I like the new look, though. I think this is locked until I can. Yeah, this requires the perk that I haven't grabbed yet, but I will. Okay.
Very well. No man needs statues so great as those whose remnants lie toppled in these hills. These statues come from ancient dreams of blood and bone, lost to the memory of man. Be wary of them.
Alright, tell me about Redcliffe Village.
Tell me about your people. They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Okay.
They say a desire demon took the mind of our young Lord Connor.
Yeah.
The hero of Ferelden drove the demon away to save him. Make her be praised.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That sure did happen. Let's head down here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think what I want to do next. What order I want to do stuff
I
in.
had the dream again last night.
Ah, said
No, there'll be no talk of this. It was
first
so
time
real.
in all these years
And when I
I feel
woke
I
up,
will not be visiting
the
your
sheets were as
ashes.
cold as ice.
What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
I can take flowers.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. I never expected anyone not of the blood to care.
Well, I care.
My Senna would be grateful.
I care about lots of
Her
people.
shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the tablstones. Thank you.
Indeed.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
Always happy to help. I don't care what race, creed, or religion you belong to. Oh, the Carta, huh? Oh my gosh, there's, well, I'm gonna buy the staff grip and the staff blade. And the staff, you know, schematic. Thank the maker. Alright. That's all I'm gonna buy for now. Though, I don't know. Do I have the money?
The rebels. We're normal folk. We keep our heads down and let the mages and the Templars kill each other.
Okay.
Would you hate me that much if I were?
How much did you need?
My boy, no. Maker, no. I will love you no matter what you are. But the mages and the Templars are at war. Do you expect me to wish you well? To send you off to die?
I don't know. Maybe I have enough money for it. I bought the ones I really want, so now I'll just buy the ones... Oh, nice. Thanks for lending me all of your stuff.
You should talk to the Magister. You're the rightful heir to Redcliffe. In Tevinter, they would never take that away just because you're a mage. After what I did. I'm not even sure I should do that.
Oh dear.
It's not your fault. It could have happened to any of us.
That doesn't help. That's why people hate us.
But
Just stop. You don't know what you're talking about.
Connor. Hey, Connor.
Are you Connor?
You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
Tell me about what you did.
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
It wasn't your fault.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
What happened to Arl Eamon?
Why isn't Arl Eamon in power anymore?
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
I see. And why did you join the rebels?
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
So you don't approve of Tevinter?
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter?
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude.
Ooh.
This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
Alright.
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
That's true enough. Nobody's gonna like her very much if she is, bringing Tevinters in to this little disagreement. The Dwarven Merchants Guild. The Dwarven Merchants Guild is, without question, the most powerful surface dwarf institution. It has become what the Assembly is to the people of Orzammar, a prestigious club that everyone wants to belong to and the surest means to obtain power and fortune. The guild's leaders can always trace their lineage back to noble or merchant caste houses in Orzammar. The guild regulates trade between the Dwarven city and the surface, and so quietly controls the entire economy of Orzammar, though the ruling king or assembly would never admit it. The guild is heavily conservative, but has started to get more of the ascendants, especially banking families, into its membership, which has caused no small amount of infighting in the guild. From the Dowager's Field Guide to Good Society by Lady Alcyone. Fascinating stuff. Of course, Varric is a member of the Dwarven Merchants Guild, though he doesn't particularly like it that much. But no doubt it... Oh, and there's another staff schematic. No doubt it has enriched him and his family greatly. So... Alright. But yeah, so like schematics and stuff, when you find schematics for sale, that's when you buy. That's when you buy. I don't usually buy gear from merchants. You can find good gear or craft good gear. You don't need to buy it, and that's completely unnecessary. But schematics, you definitely want to buy the schematics. Ooh.
Every ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil.
Oh, God.
Not like the Tranquil were doing much with them.
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages.
Oh, that
Poor
sucks.
bastards.
I had wondered where they had gone. I should have looked harder.
That's really terrible. That is really, really terrible. I cannot believe that that is the lore of the Ocularum. The skulls of... God, that's so bad. BioWare writers, why?
Dealt with the rebel Templars. Been driven away or killed.
Good day.
Alright.
May can be with you.
Right. That's why. I hope it's not Right. me.
That's why.
Go. In the middle of the war.
Alright, just unlocked a codex on the hero Ferelden, of course.
It's just what I heard.
Can we open this door? Nope. Sure can't. But we can come up here. Hinterland's healer.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs.
Ironbolt, your man titties are in my way.
Can I help you?
You're low on herbs.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Stay safe out there.
What do I need? What do I need? Oh, spindleweed and elfroot? I have plenty of that.
May I help you?
Yeah, herbs.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Yes, these are perfect.
Okay, still low?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Let's read the list. And turn it in.
A pleasure to see you again.
More herbs.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is exactly what I needed.
And more?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
I'm buttering her up, you see. I'm buttering her up.
A pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, more herbs.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Thank you.
Can you help the refugees?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife ear. Why should I risk mine for them?
Knife ear, that's what they call you?
Have people called you a knife ear?
Every day. They need the salves I sell, but they spit on me once they've paid. These villagers only tolerate me because Templars killed their human healer. I doubt the humans at the crossroads would be any different.
Cassandra?
The Inquisition honors the efforts of all who are willing to help in these dark times. Help the refugees, and we will ensure that you are protected and respected.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
Alright. Thank you very much, ma'am. Your assistance will be greatly appreciated. Okay, so...
Greetings.
There's a couple more merchants here, but I
Thank you.
don't think they actually have anything that I need.
I don't know. Good day.
I do need to find that smuggler, though.
I'm pleased to hear it. I'm pleased to hear it.
But look at the sky and those stories about all that magic at the conclave.
They're naught but stories, dear. Rabbit does not flee its burrow when it hears the wolf prowling about. Now is the time to stay close to home.
Welcome back.
Yes. Sister Tanner. You're a Chantry sister.
I'm Sister Tanner. May I help you?
You're with the Chantry, huh?
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only.
Ah.
I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
So, yeah, I know you're a smuggler.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Varric?
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers?
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Indeed, indeed it is. So there's another agent. Wonderful. We're just having all kinds of luck today. Revered Mother Eglantine.
They say Andraste sent you to save the world.
Yeah, they
If
do.
it'll help save lives and bring peace, I'll be the first to believe.
You sound doubtful.
I don't have to worry about you falling at my feet in worship, then. That has been tiresome.
Yeah.
I believe we must each attend to our own lives to find salvation.
Interesting. So, do you support the mages?
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Yeah. So, should there be circles?
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
That's some logical reasoning there. Are you alone here?
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
So, do you support this alliance? Yeah, probably not, but...
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned Andraste.
Yeah.
Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them.
Indeed.
In all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magister's laugh. Something has happened, and I dread to learn what.
That actually is very concerning, yes. That is really concerning.
I will leave you to your duties.
Make us speed you, my child.
She makes a very salient point there that, like Tevinter, for all its faults, real or imagined, Tevinter has been staunchly Andrastian, as a nation, like officially, for longer even than Orlais has existed, right? Tevinter officially converted to worship of the Maker and Andraste 10 years after her death, when Archon Hissarian basically made a declaration 10 years after her death that he was converting to Andrastianism. And ever since then, they've been pretty staunchly Andrastian, regardless of their philosophical quibbles with the Orlesian chantry. Tevinter is and has remained Andrastian. So the idea that this magister that has been brought into Redcliffe, I'm gonna go ahead and give him that. Might and his people might not be Andrastian any longer is legitimately concerning. And yeah, there must be something going on here if this is the case.
Chantry will step in soon enough to put a stop to this foolishness, child.
Make it be with
Good day.
My goodness. One-eyed Jimmy, huh?
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different?
Different?
Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What do you mean special?
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Advice?
Your ram offered advice.
He's a very special ram.
What exactly is the problem?
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes, I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
Okay.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
Sure, buddy, sure. Hero in every port. Ballad of Nuggins. Fun. Fun. A song. I'm not gonna sing. I used to sing, but I'm not gonna sing. I think we should probably just go to the tavern now and see what the heck is going on.
I suppose you're right.
You know what I miss? Hornbalm.
Oh?
It's impossible to get it out here.
Really? Back in Kirkwall, you couldn't kick open a crate without finding a jar of the stuff.
Really? You got any?
No. We usually just threw it away.
Horns itching.
Aww, Iron Bowl. Naughty would get you some hornbalm if she knew where to find it. Maybe I could send Liliana out for some. Not literally send her out, but like just you know, whatever. She knows people. She could probably get some. Anyway, what is going on in this town?
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Is that a trick question?
Is this some sort of test? We're here because you invited us in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Okay, something really weird is happening here.
Well, that's very strange, because someone who looked exactly like you spoke to me in Val Royeaux.
Exactly like me? I suppose it could be magic at work, but why would anyone... Whoever or whatever brought you here? The situation has changed.
Yeah?
The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
That was really fast. How did you do... What is going on?
The Divine's corpse is barely cold, and you've already joined the Imperium.
Most of Thedas blames us for the Divine's death. The Templar attacks grew worse, and we mages had no allies. Either my people made a last stand here in Redcliffe, or we took the only offer of help extended to us. I had to save them. I had no other choice.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
That's not ominous at all. So... Tell me about this alliance. How did you even get here?
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Well, when did this happen?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
I'll say. So... Fiona said she's indentured?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
What does Tevinter get out of this?
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
Right. Where's the Arl?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Al Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
This is a very long way from home, sir.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either.
Yeah,
It seems we are both strangers here.
You're really, really foreign.
Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt.
Indeed.
There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Yeah, you know, we don't think small here.
Well, When you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Whoa.
Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time.
Okay.
Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Okay.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
I mean, I could have said... I could have figured that out on my own, but okay.
Ooh, very mysterious.
It could be a trap.
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
Only one way to find out.
That's true. Let's talk to some people first, though. Linnea?
I remember you. You were a few years ahead of me in the Ostwick Circle.
Was I?
Really come up in the world, right? Marked by Andraste, ordering Templars about. Must be nice.
I don't remember you.
And you are?
Linnea. I'm not surprised you don't remember me. You were the perfect apprentice,
Oh.
and I barely passed my harrowing. You were the one the first enchanter chose to send to stop the Conclave. I was the one he left here. You're the chosen of Andraste, and I'm just me.
I'm sorry I upset you.
I never meant to make you feel bad.
Forget it. The Magister's not going to fall for you. We're with Tevinter now, where people respect every mage.
The Tevinters are better?
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
Don't they use blood magic?
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts.
Well, no.
But they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars.
Yeah?
In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
I don't know how well it works, but okay. Also, the Inquisition is different.
Why does everyone think we're part of the Chantry? We left the Chantry. They hate us.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Okay, whatever. Somebody's really, really resentful about something that I have no control over at all. So, sure, whatever helps you sleep at night, honey. Clement.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me.
I see.
Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
Why does Alexius disapprove? I mean, obviously you're tranquil, but...
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
Right.
I didn't realize. From your speech, I should have recognized you as Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
When did the Tevinters arrive?
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
That's not very long.
He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
That is not long at all. Like, how did he manage that?
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not?
Mm-hmm.
I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Sure.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
I mean, you know, we already have Maeve and her group of Tranquil that she's been protecting, so I'm sure she would be more than happy to have somebody else around, you know, to look out for her. Alright. Sure. Ooh, what's this? The Crows and Queen Madrigal. The first crow refused to speak, even when we put hot coals to the soles of his feet and peeled the skin off his face and hands with a paring knife. Ooh. He opted instead to chew through his own tongue and choke to death on the blood. Ooh. The second captive repeated what we already knew. Queen Madrigal went on a hunt and did not appear for the evening's festivities. Her body was later found with 4 steel swords through the chest. I asked what he knew about one of the 4 swords being a replica of Hissarion's Sword of Mercy. He had not heard about that, or at least claimed as much. He later died on the rack, smiling slightly. The third crow must have realized he would not leave the dungeon alive. He seemed to hope that by angering Master Fiore, he would earn himself a quick death. The crow tried our patience with pithy comments while Master Fiore was trying to work. At one point, he made a remark about Fiore's mother, which I shall not repeat here. I will admit to feeling admiration for his ability to retain a capacity for coherent speech, and even some wit, while under extreme duress. Amid all his useless chatter, this third crow did raise an important point. His guild has a reputation to uphold. They are ruthless, efficient, and discreet. How would they maintain such notoriety if agents routinely revealed the names of employers with something as banal as torture? This gave me pause. I called for a halt to the session. After some thought, I stabbed the man through the heart and set the 4th and 5th crow captives free. If there is a confession to be extracted, it will not be done with pain. I recommend we abandon this course of action. Yikes. A report by Captain Aristide, tasked with investigating the assassination of Queen Madrigal of Antiva. That's fascinating and also gruesome. This guy.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Yeah, tell me about yourself.
Who are you?
Name's Tolwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosper.
I see.
Lived my whole life there, since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head.
Indeed.
If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there's nothing wrong with it unless you're, like, abused, I guess. Aren't you with the rebellion?
If you were happy in the circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now.
Yeah.
The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose. I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
That's fair. So, tell me about the Alliance.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Yeah, you don't like Tevinter, then?
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with Magisters.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Probably not. Then again, a lot of people are not happy with me right now, so that's nothing new. The annulment at Daresmuid. Yeah, this is pretty horrific. When we heard of the injustices against our fellow mages at the White Spire, the Circle of Magi in Val Royeaux, I feared what was to come. Our circle at Daresmuid is small and isolated. It exists largely as a facade to appease the Chantry. When the other circles rose up, the Chantry sent seekers across the bay from Aisley to investigate. They found us mixing freely with our families, training female mages in the traditions of the seers, and denounced us as apostates. Perhaps they thought we were spineless rogues who could be intimidated with a little bloodshed. Before I was first enchanter, I was the daughter of Captain Revaud, of the Felicissima Armada. I know how to plan a battle. They brought with them a small army of Templars. We fought. And we might have won, but they invoked the right of annulment with all the unrelenting brutality that allowed. It is their right to put screaming apprentices to the sword, burn our tainted libraries, crush irreplaceable artifacts under their heels, tear down the very walls of our home. No mage has the right to disagree. We of the Dareswood Circle wait now, behind barricades. I have sent word to our brother and sister mages of this outrage. When they break through, we will not die alone. Final journal entry of First Enchanter Rivella, slain in Dareswood, 940 dragon. Dareswood is the circle in Rivain, and Rivain has some interesting ideas about magic. They're a little bit unconventional, so places like that are the ones that got hit hardest when all of this blew up in people's faces. Seers and the Alsmet. 23rd of Freventus. When I set out for the capital of Rivain, I did not anticipate arriving in the middle of a little provincial festival. The streets are thick with fishermen and farmers coming in from the countryside for some gathering. Rural life apparently breeds fierce rivalries. I've seen more than one fistfight erupt in the square outside the inn. And do they call this music? Excellent wine, however. It must be Antivan. 24th of Freventus. The agreement is sealed. The merchant had more jewelry on his head than Orlesian women do on their fingers, but anyone willing to sell me silk at this price may dress how they please. Sabol, whose title is Anain, is an amiable sort, who offered to show me Alsmet tonight. Apparently, the village leaders, hedge mages they dub seers, travel to Dareswood twice a year to meet in council, forge trade agreements, and publicly pledge loyalty to Rivain's queen. Deals made at Alsmet are seen as especially auspicious. Sabol warned me that sometimes hotheads will attempt to settle old feuds before these seers decree binding judgments here. But there are also feasts, lavish gift-giving ceremonies, musical contests, and other rustic nonsense. This explains the rabble. Still, it might be amusing to sample the local color. I've just witnessed a loudly public exchange between two men trying to outdo each other with ridiculous boasts in the square. The most extravagant lyre was applauded and decorated with wreaths by the crowd. The Rivaini are lively, I'll grant them that, and not at all afraid to drink with a Tevinter. Ha! Peasant oaf threatened me after I tripped into him at feast. Bit of fire cowed him. Impressed ladies, too. What enlightened attitudes. These people have fantastic, lovely dancers here. Must remember to get vintage from Innkeep. Label was blue. 26th of Freventus. Find out who's sleeping on top of me. Bring more robes next year. From the Diary of Bescorus of Irantium, 932 Dragon. Sounds like somebody had a lot of fun in Rivain. What happens in Rivain stays in Rivain, I think. Nothing? Okay. Alright, let's head out of here. This episode, I think, will be a little bit longer because I do want to go straight to the Chantry and sort of finish up the introductory part of this quest. Also, I want to talk to this guy.
I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Yeah, you sound doubtful.
Is that so hard to believe?
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Mage Rebellion. We're the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves? I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter? That can't be the right way to end this.
Yeah, I mean, Tevinter's kind of making you slaves too, so tell me about yourself.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
You don't like Tevinter? Obviously.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision.
Nobody likes
I was there
Tevinter.
when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
When did the Magister come?
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
No, it doesn't.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Yeah, I think even the people who were, like, super supportive of the rebellion are like, what the hell did Fiona just do? I suppose we should probably find out what is going on here. Let's see. Is this a trap or something else?
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
All right. Oh, for crap's sake. All right. What have I got here? See if I can get these two. I think I got two. Iron Bull. Are you stuck? Okay, whatever.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you?
No.
You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah, so you're a Magister.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium.
Okay.
I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
All right. So where's Felix? We were supposed to meet him.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Is something wrong with him?
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Okay, so, why are you helping us?
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer. Not for some time.
Okay.
Look, you must know there's danger.
Yeah.
That should be obvious even without the note.
Yeah.
Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you.
Yeah.
As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right.
What?
To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
To get here before me?
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
Yeah.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself?
Yes.
Sped some things up and slowed others down? Soon, there will be more like it. And they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe.
The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
This is a lot to swallow.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why does he want me?
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why.
Oh God.
Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Huh. So they might have something to do with what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Why are you telling me this?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness.
So you're sensible,
For his
is
own
what you're
sake.
saying.
You have to stop him.
Okay.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
That's fair. Also, I'm very flattered.
All this for me. And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those.
You're right.
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Oh, that's a good point, but goodness. Okay, so something weird is going on, and it has to do with the Magister Alexius and this Tevinter cult that's calling themselves the Venatori. The troubles of a Chantry scholar. It's not really super relevant. So we are going to the so we came to the mages to ask for their help to close the breach. And what we find is potentially a lead on who or what might even be responsible for the breach.
I wasn't expecting to find so many Vints here.
Tevinters and blood mages are like lost socks, or couriers from the Merchant Guild. They turn up in the damnedest places.
Yeah, I also have to admit that I was not expecting to find so many Vints here, Iron Bull. Like, that's concerning. It's really concerning, and it's also possibly connected to what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. And of course, you know, it's like our first priority is obviously trying to get the breach closed. Like, that's, you know, clearly a thing that needs to happen. But the second priority is finding out who or what caused it in the first place. Somebody or something did it. And, you know, once we actually get the thing closed, we got to figure out who or what is responsible so that they don't do it again, so that it doesn't happen again, right? So this here is like, I'll talk about this a little bit more in the next episode, because I'm really running out of time. But I think I will just leave it here, and we'll discuss more about what to do next time. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later!